Hello, everyone. Welcome again to the Generator Founder Series Spotlight. My name is Troy Vossler, co-founder of Generator. Today, I am joined by Vivek Mehra, founder and CEO of ParqEx. Welcome, Vivek.
Thank you very much, Troy. Pleasure meeting you after a little while and happy to be here.
All right, let's get started. Please introduce yourself and tell us about ParqEx. What is ParqEx?
Indeed. My name is Vivek Mehra. I'm the founder and CEO of ParqEx. ParqEx is a proptech platform, really a technology platform that caters to real estate to solve their parking problems. We are a one-stop shop that helps parking owners, parking managers to help solve their parking problems, maximize their parking resources, and help them with their operations.
Nice. And what's your current status of the company? And maybe that's traction or customers or revenue or fundraising, however you want to define that, whatever you're comfortable sharing. What is the current status of ParqEx?
Indeed. So we consider ourselves as a growth stage company at this point. We have been in business for over 10 years, started the company in April of 2014. So we are almost 11 years at this point. And we have, customers nationwide across the United States and Canada. So almost every major city in the United States at this point, and with over 10,000 properties at this point listed on our platform. And we work with several large property management companies and with over 150,000 active users on the platform.
Love it. Congrats.
Thank you.
And for the benefit of the audience, when did you go through Generator and which program?
Indeed, I think it was 2016. It was the Milwaukee 2016 program. And yeah,
I love it. So long ago, but I remember it
indeed.
very fondly. Tell us more about your Generator experience. What was it like?
Yeah, I don't, it is very fond memories, and it's been a while since we spoke. But yes, I mean, the first person I met was you, Troy, and it was interesting because we are based out of Chicago, and honestly, I have been through two startups before this, so I was very skeptical that how is this program going to help me because if it's creating a pitch deck and creating financial forecasts, I can do that. So I was very skeptical, but when I met Troy and I tried to understand the program. There were 5 companies that were selected in that program. At that point, I know your program has grown and you do a lot of different things, but at that time we were kind of exclusive in that Milwaukee 2016 batch. And it was a phenomenal experience. I felt one, I think the people that we met, both from your team perspective, that cared so much about what we were doing, and I felt almost like everybody was as much passionate as I was about what we were doing, and then the exposure that we got to meeting the mentors and the practice, that we got, at least I got from pitching the idea, getting the feedback, and the guidance that we got in how to kind of talk to the different entities, whether it's the customers, the employees, and really just that last mile that we needed to kind of get this idea to fruition and then expand out from the Midwest nationwide was really what we had joined for, and that we were able to achieve. So that was a big win for us.
I love it. How would you say the accelerator helped you the most?
So the accelerator helped us in different ways. One, we were looking to raise capital at that time, and that was one of our primary objectives. And what we had set out for, we were able to accomplish and beat in that. So that was a huge, kind of win for us. Raising capital is not hard. It's not it's not easy for anyone. I mean, and setting that target and actually going over that target it's a good feeling that so that was one, but also the program really helped not only during the program but even afterwards, because I felt like even today, if I have a challenge, I feel very comfortable to send a message, a text to Troy or Joe and say, hey, let's jump on a call, and I really need your help. And I feel confident that, like, if I send a message, I'll get a response back. So that's always a good feeling. And so overall, I feel like we not only hit our fundraising milestone, but also our growth plan that we put together during the program. That has been, a strategy that we have kind of followed along the way. And today, at that time, we were only in Chicago, then we expanded to the Midwest, and today we are nationwide. And I think we still continue to follow that playbook. So that was a good takeaway from the program for us.
And then what advice do you have for entrepreneurs and founders that are considering an accelerator program?
Yeah, it's interesting because at that time it was quite overwhelming because I was trying to we were hitting some traction in 2016. We had already, we had the market validation, we had a few customers. So we wanted to kind of start seeing that hockey stick growth. And we didn't know how, I would say, just to be very candid. And the program kind of gave us that playbook to grow. But during that time, I did sign up for more than one accelerator. I think, Troy, you might remember that. And I'm not going to name anyone or anything, but I would say the best accelerator today, in my opinion, is and was gener8tor, right? And why? Because and so the advice I would give to founders is, don't be hasty to sign up for any accelerator. Find the one that is a good fit for you, and that's I think that's something sometimes you learn from mistakes, but try to do your homework, which I did. But another thing is be very intentional. I think, Troy, you might remember, I don't want to compete against the other four. They are all great founders and I'm still friends with them. But as you might remember, I was the person who would wake up at 4 and 5 in the morning, drive from Chicago, be the first person in your kind of in that common space, sitting
Yeah.
there, preparing for the day. And I would be the last person to drive. I sometimes wouldn't stay in Milwaukee. I would just drive back, right? And I think it was very intentional. I already knew who I was going to meet the whole day and prepare. So always be intentional when you select a program, but also when you get in the program, be ready to put in 200% to get the most out of it. And that's how I got the most out of gener8tor. I don't know if I answered that in a
No,
long-winded
I
way,
love that. I think
but
that's great
I
advice.
truly enjoyed it. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's great advice. Just the preparation pays off. And
it
so,
does.
when we do things like our mentor swarm or our investor swarm, I think you really stand out in my memory of someone that came in to the meeting knowing who was sitting across the table from them,
Mhm.
what types of questions, what types of referrals, what types of introductions, what types of advice, could you elicit from that mentor, from that investor, and I think it paid off. So
Yeah,
kudos to you.
and follow up like crazy,
Yeah.
right? So that was the other thing. Not only go in prepared, but be prepared to come out. And I know these are things that you have in your playbook that you provide to founders, but it's very hard to follow through as a founder. But I would say stick to that. I mean, that really pays off.
Nice. Tell us about your favorite part of the program, or perhaps the favorite connection that you made as a result of the program.
So the people were my favorite part. I really enjoyed and the connections I made, including you, Troy. Sorry to sound like a fan club here, but also several others even Anders and everybody who was in my cohort, to even the people who worked for gener8tor at the time, and even mentors and my investors that we got. I mean, I feel so warmly towards all of them when I meet them, or if I go to Madison or Texas or anywhere where our investors are. I mean, that is a treasure that I think I will keep for life. And I really value that more than anything else. Forget about success and failures. I think that's what I love the most about not only the program, but even today, my whole journey.
Yeah. I appreciate the kind words. All right, my last question. I ask this to every founder. If you had one ask for this audience, people watching this interview, maybe it's an introduction, an investor, advice, a customer, what would your ask be?
Indeed. So again, sorry to use this word all the time, which is parking, because I live and breathe parking, dream about it, and extremely passionate about it at this point. So yeah, if you know any real estate entities, which is property owners, managers, operators, asset managers that have parking, think of resorts, think of schools, colleges, churches, or municipalities even, think of ParqEx.
I love it. Well, we'll make sure to include a link in the description here. Check out ParqEx. If you're a landlord, a property developer, real estate owner, but also on the consumer side, if you're looking to find parking, make sure to download the ParqEx app, check out the ParqEx website. Vivek Mehra, founder and CEO of ParqEx, always a pleasure. Congratulations on all your success and appreciate your time. Thank you.
Same, thank you.